2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup.
Today's coverage of the Bluff Championship is about to begin.
Pleased you could join us for this first round action.
I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beam in the booth. And it's hello to Henny Koyak down on the course, following our featured group.
Hi Luke, great to be with you guys. Now this group will be one to watch today. Lots of chatter on social media leading up to this pairing. We have a rookie on tour who has set very specific goals for themselves, and their first one is to beat their playing partner this week.
Love it, Henny. This will make for an extra layer of excitement. It always adds a bit more drama to an event when we can follow a competition within a competition. Can't wait to see what happens in our featured group throughout this tournament.
Now, long-range putt coming up here. It'd be good to make a bomb, wouldn't it?
Their boldness paid off. They've got this for the eagle.
Ooh, right by the hole. Didn't quite have the right stuff there. Oh, good look at a birdie here.
This is looking solid, what they wanted.
Well, Rich, that's ideal. A birdie to start the day.
I've never been disappointed by starting off my round with a birdie, Luke, I can tell you that.
He's currently in a share of top spot. One of our on-course reporters, John McCarthy, has been out surveying the scene here in preparation for today's broadcast. John, what are some of the things the players will be looking out for today at Craggy Heights?
Well, Luke, I think one of the first things the players are going to be looking at is really, literally, the shapes of these fairways. They are laid out in a way that often there are little pockets of fairway that the players can hit to. And if they do end up safe, they can really open up options on their approach shots, but they're going to have to be confident in their swing to reap those rewards. Another thing to watch for are holes like the 5th, where the fairway narrows significantly the further out you hit your tee shot. There's also holes like the par 4 17th, where you can drive the green, yes, but there is a lot of danger in the form of water and sand around the green to contend with. So it's very much a risk-reward course. Can't wait to just sit back and watch how these professionals take this course on. Should be a fun week here at Craggy Heights.
Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
He's currently in 5th place.
So after that effort, this is the current standings on the course. Teeing off here at the 3rd hole. Going with the 6-iron here. Not a bad approach. Grab the putter from the caddy. You're dancing. This putt is from 14 feet. Okay, steady now. Par putt coming up here. In she goes. Let's head to the next.
Looking at the scoreboard, they currently sit in 2nd place, behind John Rahm.
Here we find ourselves on the tee of a par 4.
Nicely done.
The great Severano Ballesteros inspired an entire generation of European golfers, particularly his own Spanish golfers, and I feel that we might even have the best Spanish golfer of all time in John Rahm, Rich.
I absolutely agree with that. I believe in the game right now, Luke, that if there's one player that all others are fearful of when they get on top of the leaderboard, I think John Rahm's name would be number 1, because he seemingly has 0 weaknesses. I can't find a single one. I look at his game, and it is so complete, you just get envious of it, don't you? Because it is so good everywhere. Off the tee, iron play, the short game, the mentality, the vision, the imagination. He's got every single tool that you could possibly want in this game. He is by far, I believe, the most complete player in our game today.
Yeah, it certainly feels like we're in the John Rahm era right now. Trailing by a stroke after that hole. This hole is a par 5. Nicely done. Well, Rich, it's become a bit of a new age thing on tour. A couple of rivalries that heat up on social media. We've seen a number of other players that call each other out. What have you made of this social media age?
Well, you better have thick skin if you're going to get into the social media arena. Thankfully, they didn't have it when I was out there on tour because I don't know if I could handle it. I certainly couldn't be trusted with it back then. But I think if you're going to go into that arena, you have to treat social media like it's just something that it's fun to do. If you do go down that rabbit hole in social media, you better be prepared for the consequences.
And here we are with the third shot. Only one shot off the pace. Not bad. And this putt is for a big 4 on the scorecard. It was on a good line. A share of top spot on the leaderboard awaits if they can make this putt. Oh, just missed. Just 3 feet to the cup.
Yeah, putting for bogey here. Yeah, this is looking nice.
The Spaniard, John Rahm, currently leading the event as we head to the next hole. And after a bogey at the last, they're looking for a big drive on this hole. Oh, that was pure. Second shot here on the 6th. Not a bad approach. He'll be putting. Now over to Ricky Fowler.
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
Come on, don't be shy.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Setting up this putt 19 feet from the cup.
Oh, so close. That'll sting a bit. Big putt for par coming up. So no movement there. The player remains at even par. Setting up now on a par 4. That's not what they hoped for. I'm definite about that. Few players have had the kind of impact on the game that Ricky Fowler has, and certainly being a fan favourite, Rich. It's funny when you see grown men dressed head to toe in orange supporting this wonderful person. But I know he wants more out of his career bio than what he's got right now.
And he will definitely get it as well, Luke. He's too good of a talent, and he has too much ability to not be a great player and be on the top of the leaderboard definitely a few times during the season. He is definitely, if there is a Pied Piper in golf outside of Tiger Woods, I would put my thumb on Ricky Fowler, just because so many people go out there dressed in the orange gear that he has, and whatever he does, they just love it. He's engaging, he's affable, he looks like he is enjoying himself on the golf course, which I truly believe he is. He really is one of these players that's so dynamic and so fun to be around. You can't help but root for him week in and week out.
Here we find ourselves in the dramatic 8th hole at Craggy Heights, a par 3 playing 198 yards from the back tees.
Look, probably one of those picturesque par 3s on this golf course, if not the one. Obviously, coming up shy is a huge no-no with water lurking there. You're going to see most players hit it deep into the green. Anywhere in the heart of the green really is just fine. Walking off with a par here is just dandy.
A chance to get one under the card with this putt. That was a gallant attempt. And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole. Just one off the lead after that hole. Here we are at the final hole on the front 9. And after a par at the last, a chance to perhaps signal some intent. That's nicely done. Do you like the view from where you're standing, Henny?
Setting up here from about 165 yards.
Well, it looks like it's too much club on this one. It's fair to say that that approach didn't hit the mark.
Needed to take a little less club on that approach.
Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? This putt for par here.
Looking good.
Oh, wonderful effort. Confirms the par. 9 holes down into this rivalry, Rich. How are you rating their performance so far?
Well, they are doing better than their rivals, so that's good news. But there still is lots of golf to play. Should provide us for an entertaining week, that's for sure. No harm, no foul there with that shot.
Taking aim from about 180 yards here. Currently a shot off the lead. This one might need to get down a little. Well struck. Well, Rich, think they can make this one?
I really can't say I'm a fan of their chances on this one, Luke, but I tell you what, I've been wrong once before. Surely it's going to.
Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
This is from miles away.
This is on a stupendous line.
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. Teeing off here at the 11th. Going with the 8-iron here.
While they've got their eye locked in, look at that approach shot against Ricky Fowler as well.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? This is a par putt. Well, it was a wonderful approach shot, wasn't it? But unfortunately having to settle for par. Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. Oh, Rich loves standing on this 12th tee here, a par 5. You're always thinking birdie or perhaps better. Take us through it.
At 555 yards, Luke, there still is a decision to be made off the tee for these players. Do they challenge the fairway bunker, but also bring in the water down the right-hand side, or do they just go ahead and lay it up to the left and make it a 3-shotter? The bold players are going to knock it down to a sliver of an opening, and from there, they're going to be able to go for it. Second shot playing a little bit downhill. A little pond over on the left-hand side can be a little bit nuisance, but all in all, it's a pretty simple, straightforward par 5. Birdies are in order.
Ooh, sometimes you need a hacksaw to get out of this rough. That's a good-looking shot there. Getting ready to play their third. One stroke off the lead. Oh, come on, sit. Well, that'll work. Up on the dance floor. Could have been worse. Now over to Ricky Fowler.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
Just got to trickle this one in the front door. It's downhill.
Ouch, that hurts. Oh, what a shame. That would have been a nice one to hole. 4 feet to the cup.
This is what they have left for par here.
Currently 1 under for the round. And now teeing off on this par 4 hole.
Good shot there, Beamer. And what are we looking at here, Henny?
Setting up here from about 155.
This one is heading to a really not so good space.
Do you think they drew that up differently in their mind?
And what a rare miss today. They've been so good with their approach shots.
Wow, that almost went in the hole. "19 feet to the cup."
An important par save.
Well done. And there's no movement on the leaderboard after that hole. This hole is a par 4. Yeah, that one will play.
Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
Birdied their last hole.
Okay, let's get back to the action. Second shot here on the 14th. Going with the 7. This one might need to set. Good shot there.
And this putt to move into first place.
Shame it didn't drop.
And this putt to move into a tie for first.
He's currently tied for first.
And after that good play, moving up the leaderboard.
Let's see what happens here on the 15th. Opting for the 6-iron.
Good sounding strike, that one.
Terrific shot into the 15th and a chance for birdie. And just about 8 feet left to the hole. This one's looking good. Beautiful shot. And that will take him to 2 under. He finds himself in a share of the lead. This hole is a par 5.
That's really not what they were looking for.
Henny, how's that ball lying? It's tough to see from here.
Looks like they have a bad lie here in the second cut.
sitting at 2 under. Currently tied for top spot.
This one looks to be heading towards the green.
Outstanding approach shot.
Birdie at the last. This for another.
Let's get back to it, shall we?
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Can't be too aggressive here. Take your medicine and move on. This is down the hill.
Nice one. 4th birdie of the day.
2 in a row there, Luke. Getting their groove on.
Currently at 3 under for the day. Oh, don't we love a short par 4, particularly on the penultimate hole, Rich. 17 here, playing under 300 yards.
Luke, at just 283 yards, listen, if you're not going to go for this green, you better just give up your tour card. I mean, literally, this is begging to be gone. This hole is going to show you what kind of player you truly are. Take out the 3-wooder driver, knock it on the green, make eagle, make the crowd go wild. Anything less than that? No, thank you.
Atta boy, good shot. Putting for birdie.
On a nice line.
And that will drop in for birdie. And that will take him to 4 under.
Now over to Ricky Fowler.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Well, that's a beautiful bunker shot there. So after that effort, this is what the leaderboard looks like. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. Here we have a long par 4. It's going to take 2 great shots to get on. That's some good golf right there. What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
They're setting up this next shot into quite an elevated green, Luke.
Woo, back there, horsey. This is beautiful to watch.
Dare I say, Luke, this player has been in fuego with his approach shots. Another green in regulation.
And Rich, as this round comes to an end, this player is just barely leading the field, but absolutely loving the action this week.
No doubt, Luke. And even with the very slender lead going into tomorrow's round, Luke, I'm interested to see how well this player sleeps tonight.
Well, on behalf of myself, Rich Beam, and all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. .2K Sports and the PGA Tour are delighted to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup.
Today's coverage of the Bluff Championship is about to begin.
Pleased you could join us for this second round action. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam, and this player starts their round in the lead. How should they approach today?
Small leads are no fun because you think that you should win, you kind of expect to win, but you know that there's some good golf that must be played to get you over the line. I got to say, small leads are just uncomfortable.
Can't wait to find out what happens here. And here we are with the third shot. Oh, wonderfully played chip shot.
Got to say, his short game is phenomenal.
He's currently sitting in first place. And coming off the birdie, they'll be proud of themselves, a chance to keep it rolling. Great shot. And what's in front of them there, Henny?
I can see the 125-yard marker just nearby.
This one is all over it.
Oh, what a shot that was. Right at it. Big time play that one, Beamer.
Got to say, I can't see them not making birdie here, Luke.
Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
Yeah, he just made bogey on that last one.
And he's down there. You got a read?
Yeah, they've left it in the perfect spot here, just below the hole. They can be aggressive up the hill.
Currently 7 under for the event. Here we are at the third. Looks to be going with the 6-iron. That might be one club too many. And he's safely on the green with that shot.
Slim chance for a birdie, but in all reality, 2-putt for par would be just fine.
Looking really good, this one. That's frustrating. Putting for par. And the putt drops, and we're moving on. And after that performance, they'll stay right where they are in the standings. Time to see what this par 4 has in store. Where did that come from? That's not his style. Second shot here on the 4th. This would be a great up and down from this spot. Well, I hope he makes this one. It's for par. Just didn't drop. No, that's too bad. His next putt is for bogey.
Now over to Ricky Fowler.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Still in the lead now after that hole. We have a par 5 on this one. Sitting at 6 under. currently in the lead. Getting ready to play their third. Wonderfully played. 7 feet to the cup.
This is what they have left for birdie here.
That's tracking. Oh, what a start. This is impressive.
That sets a positive tone for the player, doesn't it?
Leading by 5 shots after that. Let's see what happens here on the 6th.
Oh, that's piped. That's heading down the runway.
Time for the second shot here at the 6th. Oh. But at least they'll get some style points for that one. And here we are with the third shot. Ooh. Pretty good chance here. This one's for par.
Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
And after that effort, that's how it looks. Our leader is currently enjoying a 4-stroke advantage. Time to face a par 4. Well, I'm sure it looked better in their mind before they hit it.
Now over to Ricky Fowler.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Henny, do you have a better look at this lie?
Well, it's a little deeper into the rough, but it's sitting nicely. Wow, did this come out beautifully?
A little off the mark on that approach shot.
Distance control nearly impossible coming out of this rough.
A 7-footer right here.
Yeah, we'll take that.
Currently in first position. Let's see what happens here at the 8th.
Look, probably one of those picturesque par 3s on this golf course, if not the one. Obviously, coming up shy is a huge no-no with water lurking there. You're going to see most players hit it deep into the green. Anywhere in the heart of the green really is just fine. Walking off with a par here is just dandy.
What an opportunity to make a birdie. Ooh, right by the hole. 3 feet to go here to the hole. And down it goes. And maintaining top spot on the leaderboard after that. 2 great shots are required here because this hole is a long par 4. Nicely done. Playing from around 160 yards. Looks to have chosen the 7-iron. Whoa, down there, horsey. Is that what they had in mind?
Airmailed the green with that approach.
Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Close to the surface here, the green side rough. Very crafty, that shot.
Just eyeballing that one, trying to make it.
All right, Rich, we've made the turn now into the final 9. What are your thoughts so far?
Well, Luke, it's been fun watching this player duke it out with their rival, that's for sure. They're winning the rivalry thus far. Should be fun to see where these two end up at the end of the event.
From around 170 yards here. Going with the 7.
Yep, that'll work. That's fine.
Now over to Ricky Fowler.
He's just coming off a drop shot on that last hole.
Let's return to live play now. Trying to get to 8 under par with this putt.
This is their look at birdie.
It's tracking. And he just keeps putting a gap on the rest of the field. What a putt to hole. And that will take him to 8 under. Our current leader enjoys a 5-shot advantage. Pegging it up on the 11th hole here. Going with the pitching wedge here. Come on, get down. A wonderful shot. A chance for birdie here on the 11th.
And as good as they putt, you almost have to guarantee this one.
This one's dialed in. Oh, so close.
Putting for a par now.
Unable to take advantage of the great approach there, Rich. Now 5 shots up after that hole. Let's see what happens here at the 12th.
At 555 yards, Luke, there still is the decision to be made off the tee for these players. Do they challenge the fairway bunker, but also bring in the water down the right-hand side, or do they just go ahead and lay it up to the left and make it a 3-shotter? The bold players are going to knock it down to a sliver of an opening, and from there, they're going to be able to go for it. Second shot playing a little bit downhill, a little pond over on the left-hand side can be a little bit nuisance, but all in all, it's a pretty simple, straightforward par 5. Birdies are in order.
Oh, that's a high caliber shot. Sitting at 8 under. Currently leading. Not the shot he was wanting. Getting ready to play their third. Oh, that one just missed the hole.
Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
And back to the course with the live action. This one's for birdie. And racking up their 5th birdie of the day. Managing to maintain their position on the leaderboard.
Let's see what happens here at the 13th.
Oh, absolutely flushed. Sitting at 9 under par, currently in the lead. Looks to have chosen the 7-iron. This one looks just a fraction too long to me. Oh, well, that was the number, no doubt about that.
Now over to Ricky Fowler.
He's happy, just came off a birdie.
Okay, time to return to the action.
Going for less club here.
This putt coming up is for birdie. Currently 10 under for the event. Welcome to the tee of a par 4. Playing this shot from about 170 yards out. Going with the 6-iron here. Oh, come on, sit. Oh! Well, you've got to give some credit there. That was the right club and the right line.
This player is making a statement with that approach shot. I think this rivalry with Ricky Fowler is really inspiring him to fire at those flags.
And still in top spot after that hole. Keep it going. Teeing off here at the 15th hole. Going with the 5-iron here. This one needs to kick left. Well, take notes, folks. That's how you do it. Trying to move to 12 under par with this putt. Was on a good line. Oh, this would be a good one to make. It's for par. In the end, that will be a disappointing par after such a great approach shot.
Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Leading by 8 strokes now after that hole. Oh, exciting times on the tee of a par 5. Yeah, you hit a beauty, didn't you? Second shot here on the 16th. Yeah, this is the stuff we love, getting after this par 5 in 2.
Always like the aggressive play, going for it in 2 and get rewarded for it.
Okay, steady now. And they'll tap this in for birdie. And that putt will drop, and he'll extend his lead.
Our current leader now enjoying a 9-stroke lead.
Let's see what happens here at the 17th.
Luke, at just 283 yards, listen, if you're not going to go for this green, you better just give up your tour card. I mean, literally, this is a begging to be gone. This hole is going to show you what kind of player you truly are. Take out the three-wooder driver, knock it on the green, make eagle, make the crowd go wild. Anything less than that? No, thank you.
Second shot here on the 17th. What's in front of them, Henny?
This is a 12-footer here, looking for another birdie here.
This is on a great line.
Now over to Ricky Fowler.
He's feeling good, just birdied the last hole.
Why don't we catch up with Ricky Fowler? It's time to check on the leaderboard. Our leader really starting to gap the field now. Their advantage is 9 shots. This hole is a par 4, and it's a pretty lengthy one at that. Handy effort, that one. Playing from around 150 yards here. Looks to have opted for the 8-iron. This one looks to be on a pretty good line.
Ooh.
That's a lovely shot here at the 18th, and a chance for birdie at the last. Always nice when you can just go ahead and tap one in for birdie. And that'll be all she wrote. And as the second round comes to a close, they've continued their wonderful play. A nice buffer there on top of the leaderboard.
Flawless is what this player has been through 2 rounds so far, Luke. Absolutely flawless. Amazing performance.
I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beam, and on behalf of all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, it's goodbye for now. .2K Sports and the PGA Tour proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Bluff Championship is about to begin. Pleased you could join us for this third round action. Welcome back to PGA Tour 2K20. Rich Beams, my sparring partner in the booth. I'm Luke Elvey. Hope you're enjoying all the action. I know this player certainly has been, Rich, because they've built this wonderful lead. Are you expecting them just to take the bit between the teeth and keep running with it?
Well, you always have to love somebody who's got a big fat lead in their chances. But listen, there's only one way to go, and that's straight down. So let's hope that Johnny Miller doesn't pop up out of nowhere and start yelling "joke" at him, because that would be disastrous.
Can't wait to see what unfolds. Good play there, Rich. I like it a lot.
It's an aggressive play, Luke. Like to see it on this par 5.
And here we are with the third shot. gallant attempt. Always love these opportunities, especially when it's for birdie. He sits in first position. Let's see what happens here on the second hole. That's heading into the rough, I think. And he's down there.
Setting up this shot from about 120.
That got a little out of control, I think.
And missing it long with that approach, not a good leave.
Oh, that's a bonus.
And a chip in, Luke, just what the doctor ordered.
And let's have another look at that one.
Oh yeah, look at those hands. What a chip shot.
So no change on the leaderboard for this player after that hole. Let's see what happens here at the third hole.
Nice birdie at the last. Let's see what they can produce here.
Looks to be going with the 5-iron. That was a little bit of a misfire, I'd say. Johnny Mack, what's the news?
Hey guys, we are checking in with Ricky Fowler as he gets set for his next shot here on the 16th.
This would be a great up and down. Wow, that was handy holding out from there.
Not a good lie. Fortunate to hit the pin and go in.
That shot's so good, we need to have another look.
Yeah, this was a gift. Wasn't expecting this.
And with that hole done, this player currently is in first place, followed by Will Zalatoris. Next up is a par 4, always a stern test.
Yeah, that's just not going to work for him.
Rich, there's plenty of paths to the PGA Tour, but few seem to bash their way to the PGA Tour quicker than Will Zalatoris. It was an immediate impact he had, and it's just such an exciting game he possesses.
Watching him go from the Korn Ferry Tour and essentially bypassing all of that fairly immediately with the 3 wins and getting onto the PGA Tour and having such a profound effect when he was out there really is quite astonishing. Without getting the win, but seemingly in contention each and every week out there, you feel the sky is the limit for what's going to happen with this young man. He is so disciplined in what he does in a round of golf. He's got a great mind in the way that he approaches the game and how he advances the golf ball to point A to point B to point. He sees this golf course 3 shots in advance. It's just kind of like it's right there in front of him. He reminds me of an old school pool player who he's already made all the shots, and now just got to go ahead and just sink the next one because he set himself up perfectly for the next one. It's impressive.
Yeah, this is lovely.
That's tidy. It's been a bit of a struggle on the greens. Hopefully he can change it here.
Get the fist pump ready. This looks like it's going in.
John, what's going on out there?
Hey guys, we are checking in with Ricky Fowler as he gets set for his next shot here on the 18th. This is a birdie putt.
And now we can take a look at how that play affects the leaderboard. Time to tee off at the 6th.
Really hoping they play this one aggressively.
This one looks to be headed towards the fairway. This looks to be hit pretty well from where I'm standing.
Well, that certainly makes putting a lot easier when you can hit a shot like that.
And a fantastic look upcoming.
And after that fine effort, this player currently holds top spot on the leaderboard, but Will Zalatoris is second.
Teeing off here at the 7th. That's not the shot he was hoping for. Going with the 9-iron, I think. This one's going right at the pin here. A wonderful shot here at the 7th and sets up another birdie chance.
Luke, nothing gets past you. Yes, this kid is a stud.
Super shot, that.
And with that hole done, this player currently is in first place, followed by Will Zalatoris.
We find ourselves on a par 3 here.
Look, probably one of those picturesque par 3s on this golf course, if not the one. Obviously, coming up shy is a huge no-no with water lurking there. You're going to see most players hit it deep into the green. Anywhere in the heart of the green really is just fine. Walking off with a par here is just dandy.
Putting for birdie here.
Come on, ball. Don't deny him.
That's a long-range bomb, and with it, puts extra strain on the person chasing behind them. Oh, that was a touch of class. Wouldn't mind seeing that again.
I could watch this one all day. Who would have thought that would go in?
And after that fine effort, this player currently holds top spot on the leaderboard, but Will Zalatoris is second.
Teeing off here at the 9th hole.
Absolutely tattooed that drive.
From around 180 yards out. Opting for the 6-iron. That should find the surface.
Gee, it's metronomic here. Green after green. Gee, golf looks easy when you're playing like this.
The iron play today has been absolutely stellar. Luke, the greens and regulation, just a fantastic accomplishment. Great to watch.
And that's 8 birdies today.
And with that hole done, this player currently is in first place, followed by Will Zalatoris.
And they'd be feeling buoyed with confidence after that birdie. Here's a good chance to maintain the momentum. Henny, what's the player facing here?
Setting up here from about 195 yards.
opting for the 5-iron. This one heading towards the green.
Oh, what a shot. You'll take that.
A birdie putt awaits.
Look at him just surging ahead at the top of the leaderboard. And this is quality play, still on top of the leaderboard.
Let's see what happens here at the 11th hole. Going with the 7.
This one might need to get down a little.
He's found the surface. Good chance here.
And this putt is for a big 2 on the scorecard.
Their short game today has been absolutely sublime fun to watch.
Ouch, that hurts. That's disappointing. Pretty straightforward 4-footer coming up here.
This is important. Big par putt here.
And after that fine effort, this player currently holds top spot on the leaderboard, but Will Zalatoris is second.
Teeing off here on the 12th hole.
At 555 yards, Luke, there still is a decision to be made off the tee for these players. Do they challenge the fairway bunker, but also bring in the water down the right-hand side, or do they just go ahead and lay it up to the left and make it a 3-shotter? The bold players are going to knock it down to a sliver of an opening, and from there, they're going to be able to go for it. Second shot playing a little bit downhill. A little pond over on the left-hand side can be a little bit nuisance, but all in all, it's a pretty simple, straightforward par 5. Birdies are in order.
That's a tad disappointing, isn't it?
Second shot here on the 12th.
Well, that was a good strike. Getting ready to play their third. Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge. This one is right down the pipe.
Well, they've got their eye locked in. Look at that approach shot against Ricky Fowler as well.
They're lining up the birdie putt here. Wow, that's classy. Good save from there.
Yeah, in the bunker, off the tee, great recovery.
And now that finds him in first place. Always the toughest hole in the game. A long par 4.
Pretty good shot there.
What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
Setting up here from about 185 yards.
That's well played. Anything on the green from there was fine. What have they got in front of them here, Henny?
Setting up this putt 14 feet from the cup. This for back-to-back birdies. Rolling end over end. This putt's looking great.
And down it goes. So that's back-to-back birdies.
I like it. 2 in a row.
And maintaining top spot on the leaderboard after that. Let's see what happens here at the 14th. Playing this shot from about 180 yards. Looks to be going with the 6-iron. And here we are with the third shot. Ooh, that almost went down. Opportunity to make their par.
And with that hole done, this player currently is in first place, followed by Will Zalatoris.
Time to hit a good one here at the 15th. Looks to have chosen the 7-iron. Woo, back there, horsey. That should set up another chance. Well, this will be a big putt to make. A birdie always nice, but particularly when it's a 2. Oh, just missed.
Well, that's a bit disappointing.
And well holed. Let's move on. Managing to maintain their position on the leaderboard after that effort. Teeing off here on the 16th hole. And after that par, they're looking for something good here. No, that's not the shot they wanted.
Henny, I'm sure you've got a better look of that lie.
Looks like they have a bad lie here in the second cut. This is not sitting nicely.
Getting ready to play their third. Chosen the pitching wedge here. This one might need to set. That's inside the house of opportunity. 14 feet to the cup. Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it?
A par putt awaits.
Still in the lead now after that hole. This hole here is a par 4.
Luke, at just 283 yards, listen, if you're not going to go for this green, you better just give up your tour card. I mean, literally, this is a begging to be gone. This hole is going to show you what kind of player you truly are. Take out the 3-wooder driver, knock it on the green, make eagle, make the crowd go wild. Anything less than that? No, thank you.
That got caught up in a few of the branches. Right into the water on that one. And here we are with the third shot. Lovely effort that. 8 feet to the cup.
This one to save par.
That's pretty tidy.
That gets the job done.
He's currently sitting in first place.
And now teeing off on the final hole of this round.
Well, that's a handy shot. Taking aim from about 170 yards. Going with the 6-iron here.
This is looking pretty good in the air.
That's well played. Pin high.
Gotta like their chances from there.
Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
This is downhill. Can't be too bold.
And that signs off on today's round. Well, would you have a look at that? Through 54 holes, they're putting on an absolute show. A huge buffer going into the final round.
Always good to be out in first place. That means you can afford to make a mistake tomorrow, but you don't want to make too many of them with the chasing back and lurking behind.
Well, on behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, and Rich Beam, thanks for tuning in. Catch you tomorrow.
2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Bluff Championship is about to begin.
Pleased you could join us for this final round action. I'm Luke Elvey, here alongside Rich Beam. And Rich, it's the final round in this one. What's our next player dealing with as they start their round?
Luke, this player has got a massive lead, and sometimes those are the worst to have because you feel as a player the only way that you can lose it is if you mess it up. And trust me, somewhere in the back of their mind, this player understands that. So it's going to be a nervy start, no doubt, to this final round. Let's wait to see what happens.
It's all set up to be a beauty. Let's see how it unfolds. Getting ready to play their third. That's incredible. Well, that was an absolute beauty, particularly out of that lie. Currently in first position. And I don't know if the rest of the field is up for catching them here today in this final round of action. And after a birdie at the last, they take the honour on the hole. That was wonderfully done. Penny, what have they got in front of them here?
Well, by my estimation, they're looking at 110 here.
This should play.
Wow, what a shot.
And this one for back-to-back birdies.
Just 10 feet to the cup here.
This for a birdie run.
Ooh, right by the hole. Okay, let's head to the next. Teeing off here at the third hole. And choosing the 8-iron here. Oh, that one's straight at the pipe. Oh, terrific approach. And a chance for birdie here at the third. This putt's about 4 feet from the hole.
A little birdie look in here.
And now that finds him in first place. And I don't give the rest of the field much hope today. Our leader is way out in front in this final round. Oh my, that was launched. This one from about 160 yards out.
Yeah, that's a good line. That should find the surface.
This player is making a statement with that approach shot. I think this rivalry with Ricky Fowler is really inspiring him to fire at those flags.
And this is quality play, still on top of the leaderboard.
And I don't know if the rest of the field is up for catching them here today in this final round of action.
Now on the tee, fresh off a birdie, a great opportunity to build on that momentum. Not sure if this one will stay on the short grass. And from the bunker here. Got some good distance on that one. And here we are with the third shot. Well, this one's going right at the flag.
Ah, yes.
That was bang on target.
A chance for a birdie if this goes down.
And that's their fourth birdie of the day.
That is definitely a confidence builder.
And a quick glimpse of the leaderboard, and they're currently first, with Justin Thomas second. But this is quite an astonishing performance by our leader. Their advantage now out to double digits. I'm not sure if the chase back is good enough to catch them. And that's a nice strike. This one should find the fairway.
Justin Thomas, major champion, world #1 player, really has all the attributes, doesn't he, Rich?
He does. His focus on his own game is amazing. I think that this kid really understands how to play the game. He's got all the shots, but he doesn't try and get up there and hit it as hard as he can every single time. He gets out there and he learns how to play the game, hit the finesse shots when you need it, take some risks when you need to, but also back off when you don't need to. This kid is a real deal, complete game from head to toe.
And staying right where they were in today's rankings after that. And I don't give the rest of the field much hope today. Our leader is way out in front in this final round. Bit untidy, wasn't it?
Henny, what does that lie look like?
Looks like they have a good lie here in the second cut. What a shot from the rough. This is gorgeous.
And he's hit that inside the range.
15 feet to the cup. Just didn't drop.
Putting for a par here.
Yeah, well hold. Let's move on to the next. No movement up or down on the leaderboard for this player.
And I don't know if the rest of the field is up for catching them here today in this final round of action.
Going with the 5-iron here. Yeah, that one's looking good. Oh, good shot that. Right inside the range. 13 feet to the hole.
What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
Ooh. Job done. Let's head to the next. And still in top spot after that hole. Keep it going.
This is quite an astonishing performance by our leader. Their advantage now out to double digits. I'm not sure if the chase back is good enough to catch them.
And Henny, what kind of a shot are they facing this time?
I'd say he's about 165 from this flag.
That might be one club too many. Getting ready to play their third. Didn't that look good for a long time? Yeah, that's a top little chip shot, that one.
Yes, very smooth tempo there on that chip.
It's a lofty position this player has held all tournament, but what a buffer they've built with just 9 to play.
Yes, but if they start thinking about it, that's where the danger happens. They have to keep their head down and keep playing on the front foot if they want to see this thing home.
That's a little untidy.
Henny, how's that ball lying?
Oh, some smiles here. A bit of luck in the second cut. It's sitting nicely.
Not sure if that's how they drew it up.
Missing it short there, they will definitely be upset.
Lovely touch. Well played.
Oh, Dr. Chapinski strikes again.
And maintaining top spot on the leaderboard after that. And I don't know if the rest of the field is up for catching them here today in this final round of action.
That dog will hunt.
13 feet to the cup.
Now that's how you roll the rock.
That's frustrating. Oh, I don't mind this par putt. Now that's got to be frustrating. Hit such a great approach shot in, but wasn't able to convert. Let's head to the 12th hole.
At 555 yards, Luke, there still is a decision to be made off the tee for these players. Do they challenge the fairway bunker, but also bring in the water down the right-hand side, or do they just go ahead and lay it up to the left and make it a 3-shotter? The bold players are going to knock it down to a sliver of an opening, and from there, they're going to be able to go for it. Second shot playing a little bit downhill. A little pond over on the left-hand side can be a little bit nuisance, but all in all, it's a pretty simple, straightforward par 5. Birdies are in order.
And here we are with the third shot. Well, Rich, from where I'm sitting, this looks makeable. Do you agree?
Luke, I gotta say, I don't like their chances. I have been wrong once before, but I really can't remember when that was.
Fair effort, that. Good birdie. And just keeping it in neutral on the leaderboard.
And I don't know if the rest of the field is up for catching them here today in this final round of action.
From around 180 yards out. Opting for the 6-iron.
This one's got eyes for the flagstick.
What a shot! Almost went in the bucket. Pay attention, folks. That's how you play golf.
Looking for back-to-back birdies here, Luke.
Ooh, nice line. A bit long on that one. Right on 4 feet. Should make this one. Now, nice to make a mid-range par putt. He's currently sitting in first place.
This is quite an astonishing performance by our leader. Their advantage now out to double digits. I'm not sure if the chase back is good enough to catch them.
Oh, well done. And Henny, what are you seeing down there?
Yeah, he's about 155 from this hole location.
That one should find the surface.
Oh, that one had eyes for the flag the whole way.
Always nice to have a birdie putt.
And after that performance, they'll stay right where they are in the standings. And I don't know if the rest of the field is up for catching them here today in this final round of action. We have a par 3 on this one. That's a great shot here at the 15th. It sets up a look for birdie.
Of all the shots that I like the most, that one ranks right up there.
And this is quality play, still on top of the leaderboard.
3 holes remaining, folks. Hang on to your hats. This is going to be a wild and woolly finish.
Oh, that was mashed. Oh, what a shot by our leader.
Man, people usually don't go that far on vacation. What a drive.
This one looks just a fraction too long to me. And this player's really going after it here, Rich.
2 big hits there, knocking it on this par 5 and 2.
And Henny, what are they looking at here?
They're going to need binoculars from back here to even see the hole.
Yeah, that looked to be a bit of a misread.
It defies gravity, that one. That should have chased out more, but it didn't.
He sits in first position.
2 holes to go, Luke. I know who I like.
Well, I love these holes. The short par 4. Do you be bold or lay up?
Luke, at just 283 yards, listen, if you're not going to go for this green, you better just give up your tour card. I mean, literally, this is a begging to be gone. This hole is going to show you what kind of player you truly are. Take out the 3-wooder driver, knock it on the green, make eagle, make the crowd go wild. Anything less than that? No, thank you.
Time for the second shot at the 17th. Oh, I thought that one was going in. Oh, 13-footer coming up here. Oh, so close. An opportunity to make a par here. Still in the lead now after that hole. And I don't give the rest of the field much hope today. Our leader is way out in front in this final round. Tee shot is looking good here. Well, that's right out of the top draw. A great shot from our leader.
Oh, really leaned on that tee shot. That went forever.
Going with the 7. Oh, come on, sit. Oh, that's outstanding. Another great shot by our leader.
Well, the practice is paying off here, Luke. This player is relentless.
Ouch, that hurts. Oh, what a shame. That would have been a nice one to hole. Ladies and gentlemen, they've just won their first ever PGA Tour event. Rich, what do you think's going through their mind right now?
Nothing. They're confused about everything right now. I tell you, you win and you can't believe it just happened. You really just have no idea. You're shocked. It's a great feeling.
Well, Rich, you know just how excited this player is.
Players never forget their first ever PGA Tour win, nor will this player. Great job.
Well, that'll just about do it. On behalf of Rich Beam, I'm Luke Elvey. Thanks for tuning in. Look forward to your company next time.
2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is delighted to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Serenity Championship is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and out on the course following our feature group is the delightful Henny Koyak. Hello, Henny.
Hi Luke, really looking forward to some exciting play from our featured group today. This player has hinted at a rivalry with their playing partner this week.
No kidding, Henny. This player, he seems to have picked out Bubba Watson as the man to beat. That's ambitious.
Luke, you know when you think that you've got a player on the ropes, maybe they're in the middle of the trees, in the middle of a bunker, and you think they've got no shot. And then they do, in fact, put it to 2 feet. And then you're really frustrated. That's Bubba every single time. He's that player.
No, you can't out-Bubba Bubba, can you? There's nothing elementary about this, Watson, is there? Can't wait to see how this rivalry plays out, though. Oh, that's a tasty-looking chip. Top shot.
You better believe it is great stuff to watch.
And that makes him tied for first. Let's go down to John McCarthy for our on-course report. And John, you've now had some time to walk the course this week before today's show. What are we in for today at the Jacobson Homestead?
Well, Luke, yes, I love walking around this rural setting. Not a whole lot of trouble to start off with, but things heat up quite a bit when you hit the 7th hole, par 4. Has a dogleg left and a few bunkers and trees to deal with off the tee. Back 9 opens with a narrow and lengthy par 5, but that's really as tricky as it gets. I guess it gets a little swampy on the 15th, but the water generally won't be a factor for many players out there in the field. They saved the most challenging tee shot for the 18th, which leads up to an elevated green for the approach. That will be a fun hole to watch this week. Hopefully provide some drama coming down the final stretch. Let's see what happens, guys.
Oh, this is exciting. A putt for an eagle. Okay, steady now. No, that's too bad. It's just about 3 feet away. And down it goes. Let's head to the next.
And now to Bubba Watson.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
And after that hole, he's now alone at the top of the leaderboard. Time to face a par 4 now.
Look, coming off a birdie at the last hole, this player finally is making something happen. Looking forward to the next hole, but danger lurks if they're not careful.
Most golfers these days, Rich, are quite generic style players. It's that hit it as far as you can, knock it on the green, try and hold some putts. But with Bubba Watson, we just got the artist back in the game, didn't we? We had someone who was prepared to do whatever it needed to be to get that ball in the hole. He's just astonishing to watch.
You know, to me, Luke, I think Bubba was born in the wrong era. I think he would have been better served with persimmon woods, balata golf balls, and blades, and I think that he would be an even bigger impact on the game than he currently is, if that's even possible. I watch what he does with the modern equipment, and it's mind-blowing. He's one of the few players, Luke, that I will actually go in the driving range and watch hit golf shots because it is so fun to watch him aim 30 yards left and just try and hit these big sweeping hooks and fades and I mean, it's just unbelievable what he can do with the golf ball. His eye-hand coordination is simply the best in the game.
Oh, well played. And with it, he'll move to a couple under par.
Well, I think that warrants another look. Let's see that again.
Great feel, great judge, great speed. Yeah, I like this.
Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
He's 2 strokes behind his rival this week.
Leading by a shot after that hole. Now on the tee after a birdie. Fired up and ready for more.
And Henny, what's he looking at here?
This whole location for him, well, it's about 185 yards out.
That's a little wayward.
Coming up a little short with that effort. Not bad, though.
Oh, a lovely opportunity to save par here. That was a gallant attempt. Well, that's providing some hope to the rest of the field as our leader stumbles with a bogey.
And on the tee now, coming off the bogey. Might have a bit of a sting in the tail, I'd imagine.
That tee shot looks pretty good.
Rich, one of the big advantages for the experienced players on tour is their history around particular courses. But what advice would you give to the new players who are coming to a course for the first time and how to handle it?
I would say tread easily. Go in there and just try to get into a good rhythm on the golf course. Don't try and go out and try and hit too many heroic shots or go after too many flag sticks, because if you don't know what the consequences are if you don't pull off that shot, well, shame on you. So I think that the veterans obviously have more knowledge about golf courses, and they can say, oh, I don't want to miss it there because that's dead. I've seen it happen before. When you go into a new golf course, Luke, you got to go in with it and just try and play a little bit on the defensive side. Don't get too greedy. Don't try and make too many things happen. Go in there, find some fairways, find some greens, hole a few putts here and there, get some confidence going first before you start attacking pins.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. Always positive coming off a birdie. Let's see what happens here. It looked like it came out of a cannon. Second shot here on the 7th. Going with the pitching wedge here.
This one is chewing fiber.
Oh, that's great. It just missed the hole. It's just about 3 feet away.
All right, guys, this for 2 birdies in a row.
And now to Bubba Watson.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. Just a couple to play here on the opening 9. Here's the tee shot at the 8th. That's right out of the copybooks. Exquisite. Ooh, right by the hole.
A par putt on the table.
Oh, Rich, is there anything more disappointing setting up what you'd think is a makeable birdie putt, but unfortunately not able to convert? And after that effort, this is how the field is shaping up. Leading by a couple after that hole. We've reached the 9th hole. Time to tee off.
Absolutely tattooed that one.
And Henny, what's he looking at here?
Yep, I've paced this. He's got around 195.
Hoping for a bounce here, preferably to the left. Not a bad play, that one. Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
Setting up this putt 21 feet from the cup.
Just missed. That'll sting a bit. And this one is for his par. Leading by 3 strokes now. Oh, looking to make a statement here. Going with driver off the tee. Oh, well played. 1 win so far this season. Looking for number 2 here today. Getting ready to play their third. Currently leading by 3. Oh, that was tidy. That should ensure the up and down.
Great touch.
Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
Yeah, he just made bogey on that last one.
So after that effort, let's have a look at the contenders and the pretenders. Currently 3 strokes up after that hole. Time to tee off on the 11th. Come on, you're better than that. And Henny, what's he facing with this one?
Setting up from about 100 yards. Got great connection here. Yeah, this is looking good. The wind was howling, but that didn't matter.
Our leader is out in front by a whopping 5 strokes. Let's head to the 12th hole, shall we? Looks to be going with the 5-iron. And now to Bubba Watson.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
This would be a momentum saver here, getting this up and down.
How close was that to going down? 6 feet remaining to the cup. Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? Putting for bogey. Well, the leader giving a little hope for the rest of the field there as they put down a bogey on the scorecard. A long par 4 this hole. That's a bit out of shape. Do you like the view from where you're standing, Henny?
The wind is at their back on this one.
And he's safely on the green.
Outside chance here for the birdie.
That'll be frustrating, inches from making that putt. Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
He's just coming off a drop shot on that last hole.
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks right now. Our leader is up by 4 shots now. And we find ourselves on the tee, one of the stronger par 4s on the back 9 here at Jacobson Homestead. The 14th playing 483 Rich from the tips.
Yeah, generous landing area, thankfully out to the right-hand side. Obviously a bunker down the left, and if you miss it even further left, there's water lurking. But the second shot, this is where it gets slippery. This is where it gets dangerous, especially to a back right hole location. All of a sudden, the water down the right-hand side comes into full view, bailing out to the left in the bunker. Not so hot either. Tell you what, it takes a brave player to fire at this flag stick.
And how about that for confidence? Going right at the pin here in the midst of their rivalry with Bubba Watson. Love seeing that sort of play.
He's making this look easy, keeps surging ahead, and that will take him to 5 under.
And with that hole finished, they're currently in the lead, with Brooke Henderson following in second.
Well, let's get amongst this 15th hole. You like that, didn't you? Rich, Canadian golf has had a number of people to be able to hang their hat on over the years. Obviously, most recent on the men's side, Mike Weir is a major winner. But the impact that Brooke Henderson has had on the game seems to have been even more significant.
It has been, and she doesn't carry the mantle just for women's golf in Canada. She carries the mantle for Canadian golf in general. She's such an amazing, delightful young lady to be around. Her personality is infectious. She's just a good soul. And she carries that around to the golf course. I mean, 2-time major winner. But what I'm impressed about most with her game, Luke, is the fact that, you know, she is such a long hitter in the game. You don't quite see too many women in the game right now that they don't talk about hitting it long like we do in the men's game. But make no bones about it, she hits it a long way out there. That gives her a massive advantage over some of the other players. And that's why she is such a prolific winner on the LPGA.
Currently 6 under for the event. Time to play one of the one-shotters. That one seemed to get away from them, Rich.
Well, definitely the wind had to have gotten a hold of that one.
Oh, wouldn't that have been nice?
Just a tiny putt is all that remains.
Leading by 5 shots after that.
And now we find ourselves with a par 4 here.
Well played, mate. Second shot here on the 17th hole. Going with a 3-wood here. Any bounce to the left here would be helpful. Yeah, not a bad effort, that one. Up onto the green and a chance to hole your putt. All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
Just got to use the touch of a feather. Barely has to blow on it. This is just downhill.
This putt just 5 feet away from the hole. It was on a good line. This is a bogey putt coming up.
And now to Bubba Watson.
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard.
Currently 5 under for the round. Rich, we find ourselves at the finishing hole here at Jacobson Homestead, and it seems strange to be playing it just at 400 yards.
I tell you what, though, I like this finishing hole because it gives you options. You don't have to necessarily hit driver here. If you do, you got to take it over some pretty tall trees, and you can't miss it to the left-hand side. The safe play, lay it out to the right, but now your second shot becomes just a little bit longer, a little bit more difficult to get it that close to the hole. I love the options you have on this finishing hole. A great opportunity for one final birdie.
Should find the green here.
Yeah, a quality shot from him. He'll be pleased.
16 feet to the hole. Oh, so close. And this putt coming up for his par. And that'll be all she wrote today. Well played. Well, that's a lovely way to finish the opening round. Out in front, the leader. Sounds great.
And that's a good place to be after the first round. But listen, there's lots of golf to be played, multiple rounds they still have to navigate through. But after the first day, it gives you a lot of confidence going forward.
On behalf of myself, Rich Beam, and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in and see you next time.
.2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup.
Today's coverage of the Serenity Championship is about to begin.
Pleased you could join us for this second round action. I'm Luke Elvey, here alongside Rich Beam. And Rich, as this next golfer starts the day, what are you thinking about their chances?
Well, they've got the lead, and there is a significant chasing pack, so they can't get too wrapped up in what's going on behind them. They've got to kind of keep their nose out front. They got to keep pushing along and play the golf course. Don't think about who's chasing you down. Just think about playing the golf course. But if you do find themselves falling back a little bit, then they need to go ahead and start making a little bit different push, maybe come up with a different game plan. But right now, out in front, they just kind of have to play the golf course right now and keep that in their sights.
Oh, I can't wait. Salivating to see how today's play goes. A wonderful shot and a chance for birdie here on the first. This putt is about 8 feet.
He's staring down a birdie putt here.
Starting the round at even par.
Nothing wrong with an opening par, just easing their way into this round.
Time to tee off at the second. Already a winner this season. Number 2 would be very nice here today. Oh, I like the courage here, Rich, getting after this par 5 in 2.
As they should. What a play. Hopefully they'll be rewarded for that play.
This one's online.
Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
This is their 5th shot. Wow, what a save.
And now this is why you can never get comfortable, even if you're leading a PGA Tour pro. This is what they do. They mean business.
Well, that's huge momentum they're bringing to this hole. Coming off the eagle. Time to hit another good drive.
Looks like they got all of that one. That's on a good line.
This shot coming from around the 150-yard marker. Going with the 8-iron here. Quality shot, that one.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
This one's 13 feet from the cup.
Looking really good, this one. Just 3 feet to the cup. And that putt will drop. Well done.
And now to Bubba Watson.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
And after that effort, let's take a look at how it stands.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard now after that hole, and they're currently in first. Lydia Ko holds second.
Looks to have chosen the 7-iron. Oh, that's a great approach shot.
Nearly doesn't get any better than that. Amazing shot.
Bit too heavy-handed there.
Nice little putt to hole, that one.
Our current leader is enjoying a 6-stroke advantage. It's time to step onto the tee here at the 5th. Well, on the tee now, coming off a par. Chance to pipe one up the middle. Yep, give yourself a pat on the back. There have been a lot of players that have come out and people are quick to label them as prodigious talents and what they can do, but it's true about Lydia Ko that she is one of the game's prodigies.
Luke, when you say prodigy, I think Lydia Ko's name should just be, instead of prodigy, just say, look at Lydia Ko. Because this young lady has seemingly done it all at 14 years young. 14, won a professional event. The youngest, men or women, to ever win a tournament that early. That is astounding. 18 years old, major champion with the final round 63. It's mind-blowing how good this young lady was at such an early age. Yes, had a little lull there for a little bit, but now come back out and has just taken the world by storm again. 17 wins already and building in a professional career. The sky is the limit for Lydia.
Oh, golf clap. That's a beauty. Second shot here on the 6th. Sitting at 8 under. Currently in top spot. Ooh, that almost went down. Oh, this will be good for the momentum. Let's make this birdie putt.
Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard. Our current leader is enjoying an 8-stroke advantage. Looking to ride the momentum after coming off a birdie here with this shot. Well, I like the look of the line here. This should find the fairway. Time for the second shot here at the 7th.
Has got this thing dialed in here, looking good.
That's a super shot. That's another green in regulation.
I tell you, you just dream about days like today. Greens and regulation, spot on all day. Awesome.
Oups.
Leading by 9.
Ça va mal de se parler sur le mute. Comment est-ce qu'il va, mon homme?
Reached the 8th hole.
Fait chier, la PS5, on n'a pas, avec le EA, on n'a pas l'option d'upgrader à Pro dans l'abonnement. On a juste l'abonnement régulier. Sur le FIFA, je vais me le poigner. Sur le FIFA, je vais me le poigner sur PC.
Should find the green.
Yikes!
Talk about dialed in. That thing had eyes for the hole.
And now to Bubba Watson.
Yeah, he just made bogey on that last one.
Okay, let's get back to it, shall we? A good opportunity here, just 6 feet to the hole.
This is what they have left for birdie here.
Ouch, that hurts.
J'ai dit sur console,
That was a sensational
Sur la
approach,
PS5,
Rich, but it does feel like an opportunity
l'abonnement de
lost.
EA, on n'a pas l'option
And
de
after
pro.
that fine display, they are holding first spot on the leaderboard with Lydia Ko trailing
C'est
in
juste,
second place.
C'est juste sur PC jusqu'à date que j'ai vu. Fait chier, là. Sur le FIFA, je vais me le pogner, je vais me le taper sur le PC. Là. Puis le NBA, je sais pas.
Good shot.
Le NBA,
What
je
kind
sais
of
pas
shot
si
are
quand je vais
they
me le
facing
pogner.
here,
Là.
Henny?
Setting up here from about 195 yards.
This one might need to get down a little. Ow! Well, that was like a laser straight at it.
Now Bubba's got nothing but
Je vais me
respect for
pogner
an
NHL
approach
là,
shot like
avant,
that. He really flushed that
avant
one.
NBA. Là. Sinon,
And
ben
with
NBA,
that,
je me le pognerai
that's
dans le
their
mois de
fourth
Noël.
birdie. So,
Ben,
Rich,
dans le mois de
give us a
décembre, autrement
halftime
dit.
report.
Luke, so far, it's been entertaining watching these two go head-to-head. Not too sure exactly how this is going to play out. So far, so
C'est pas
good.
pire,
Love watching
ce
these
jeu-là,
two
man.
compete.
Que ça fait 2h30 je suis là-dessus.
Well struck.
C'est sûr, j'ai streamé avant, là, c'est mon deuxième stream dans la même journée. là. J'ai fait une sieste tantôt. Là. C'est ce que j'ai fait là, tabarnak. Ah, yes. J'aurais dû aller plus fort que ça.
Nicely done. And here we are with the third shot. Here's a chance to get to 12 under.
This for back-to-back birdies.
Je savais, j'allais rater. Je savais pas de quel côté tirer, man. J'aurais pu même peut-être aller à la ligne droite.
He's got a par putt here. Let's see if he can make it.
Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Hey, en 2 jours, j'ai dormi
Let's take a look at
26
the
heures, man.
leaderboard as it stands. Currently 11 under
Qu'est-ce
par
que
for
j'ai,
the
là?
event.
Qu'est-ce que... Faut qu'il y ait mon système, là. Barnac.
And a par 4 awaits at this next hole.
Wow, that was just striped. Second shot here on the 11th. Well, that's comfortably on the dance floor. Well played. Oh, that's a great shot. And a birdie opportunity coming up here at the 11th.
Leading by a phenomenal 12 strokes after that one.
This one's a par 3.
Ah,
Opting for the
trop
5
fort,
iron.
man. Je savais, c'était ben trop fort, man.
Ah, great shot.
And now to Bubba Watson.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
What's in front of them, Henny?
All right, down the hill here. Got to be gentle. Rolling end to end, this looking nice.
Okay, steady now.
Just a short putt remaining here. Let's take a look at the leaderboard now after that.
Hey,
hole.
si je
They're
manquerais pas
currently
toutes les
in first.
shots que je
Lydia
manque,
Ko
là,
on
hey, je
second.
t'aurais un asti d'avance
Next
de
up
fou,
is
mon
this
gars, man.
two-shot hole.
J'aurais dû aller plus fort que ça, d'abord.
No harm, no foul there with that shot.
And this shot from about 150 yards out. This one might need to set.
It's an absolute ripper. What a shot.
And they've been rolling the ball great today. Another great look.
Well played. Currently 13 under for the event.
I'm pretty sure this player will be buoyed by that birdie back at the last. Let's see if they can deliver another one.
Yeah, generous landing area, thankfully out to the right-hand side. Obviously, a bunker down the left, and if you miss it even further left, there's water lurking. But the second shot, this is where it gets slippery. This is where it gets dangerous, especially to a back right hole location. All of a sudden, the water down the right-hand side comes into full view. Bailing out to the left in the bunker, not so hot either. Tell you what, it takes a brave player to fire at this flag stick.
Tu joues pas au golf, là?
What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
Setting up here from about 165 yards.
Going with the 7.
That could play. Terrific shot.
And a chance for birdie coming up here at the 14th.
Well done. Take the birdie.
Back-to-back birdies, moving the right direction there, Luke.
And after that fine display, they are holding first spot on the leaderboard, with Lydia Ko trailing in second place.
This one's looking good off the tee. That should find the short stuff. Playing from around 240 yards. Opting for the 3-wood.
Go for.
Well, it looks like they tried to be bold there, Rich, but it didn't quite work out for them.
One of the rare misses for this player today, Luke. They've been hitting a lot of greens today.
Nice recovery there.
Judging it beautifully.
Currently 15 under par for the event. Lovely momentum for this player after that birdie at the last hole. Keep it rolling. Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge.
Oh, this is on a fantastic line. Is it the right distance?
Well, that's beautifully judged. 5 feet coming up to the cup.
Little birdie look in here.
Good stroke. Well, you're going to be hard to catch now if you keep making putts like that.
Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Anything in 5 feet to be handy from here. Ooh, right by the hole.
Let's take a look at the current standings.
Now at the 17th hole. Well, let's see if they can roll off that birdie at the last. Lovely momentum here. That's some good golf right there. Playing from around 210 yards here. That might be one club too many. Oh. And just a supremely accurate shot from way out. Right at it. Trying to get to 17 under the card with this putt. That's frustrating. That's disappointing.
The putt drops, and we're moving on. Let's take a look at the leaderboard now after that hole, and they're currently in first. Lydia Ko holds second.
Yeah, that one will play.
And he's down there.
You're going to need 1 or 2 clubs more because this green is sitting up.
Wonderful shot into the 18th and a chance for birdie. There's part of about 6 feet coming up.
Ah,
Just
tabarnak!
didn't drop. Putting for par. And with that putt, concludes this players round.
Manque tout le temps les shots les plus faciles, là, c'est ça.
And Rich, as this round comes to an end, this player's absolutely dominating the field.
They are. They're in a great spot. They can't quite get too relaxed as of yet, as there's a lot of golf yet to play. So they really need to focus in going into that next round.
Well, that just about concludes our coverage. I'm Luke Elvey, and on behalf of Rich Beam, plus all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, it's good night for now. .2K Sports and the PGA Tour proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup.
Today's coverage of the Serenity Championship is about to begin.
Pleased you could join us for this third round action. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam, and Rich, this player starts their round in the lead. What's the game plan for them today?
Yeah, right now the game plan is working, but they still have to go out there and play off the front foot, play on offense, and not worry about who's chasing them.
Can't wait to get into the action. Very excited to see how this player fares today. Oh, this one's right down the pipe. Oh, that one's absolutely stiff. Yeah, nice looking shot there.
Absolutely. In there close. Good look at birdie coming up.
And after that fine display, they are holding first spot on the leaderboard, with Lydia Ko trailing in second place.
Nicely done. Second shot on the second. Oh, I love this type of courage, Rich. Going forward in two.
Absolutely. Love watching a player be bold and be rewarded for it.
Oh, just missed. Yeah, that looked to be a bit of a misread. And with that putt hold, it's back-to-back birdies.
Oh, that settles the nerves right there. Great stuff.
Managing to maintain their position on the leaderboard. And coming off the birdie, they'll be proud of themselves, a chance to keep it rolling.
Yep, that'll work. That's fine.
Playing from around 150 yards here. This looks to be heading to the green.
And how about that for confidence? Going right at the pin here in the midst of their rivalry with Bubba Watson. Love seeing that sort of play.
An opportunity for a birdie here.
That's very impressive.
Fantastic start right out of the gate.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard now after that hole, and they're currently in first. Lydia Ko holds second.
Let's see what happens here on the fourth.
Yeah, that's about as far as you're going to see this par 3 play, Luke. Player's going to go in there with the mid, probably shortish iron. Obviously, with the water on the right, you want nothing to do with that side as the bank severely slopes downwards. Bailing out to left of the bunkers, not so hot either. But with just a short iron hand, you think that these players are good enough to fire right at it, don't you?
That was a gallant attempt.
Putting for a par now. And maintaining top spot on the leaderboard after that. This hole's a tough two-shotter, a long par 4. That's a nice looking tee shot, that one. Playing from around 190 yards out. Looks to be going with the 6-iron. We need this one to bounce right. Okay, that'll work. What have they got in front of them here, Henny?
Setting up this putt 17 feet from the cup.
Ouch, that hurts. Oh, this would be a good one to make. It's for par. And still in top spot after that hole. Keep it going. Here we are at the 6th hole. Oh, good drive. That one should find the fairway. One win is good, but 2 wins would be great. Oh, that's a high caliber shot. Getting ready to play their 3rd. "12 feet to the cup coming up."
What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
Looking better.
You can mark it down. That's birdie number 4 today. And now that finds him in 1st place. Let's see what happens here on the 7th. That's nicely done.
This one looks to be on a pretty good line.
Great shot into the 7th and a chance for birdie.
Full of confidence as well with their putter. Gotta like their chances.
And after that fine display, they are holding 1st spot on the leaderboard with Lydia Ko trailing in 2nd place. Looks to be going with a hybrid here. A quality shot, that.
Slim chance here for birdie, but you never know.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
This one will run uphill.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? Didn't quite have the right stuff there. Ooh. Bogey putt coming up here. Well, they say a bogey pleases someone. The rest of the field buoyed now after that drop shot by our leader. Trying to forget the bogey on the last as they step onto the tee. Good shot there. That's a fairway finder for sure. And what's in front of them there, Henny?
Setting up here from about 185 yards.
This one looks just a fraction too long to me. Oh, my. Well, that's an unlucky break. That one was right at it. And here we are with the 3rd shot. Straight out of the top draw.
Such soft hands.
Yeah, nicely holed. Currently in 1st position. Let's see what happens here at the 10th hole. That drive heading straight towards the cut stuff.
It's a brave one. Driver off the deck. Well, that's showcasing their power there, Rich.
I'll tell you what a sensational play. This player stepped up their game. A bold play, hopefully a bold reward.
That was a little bit too much power. Just taking a look at this one, Rich. Do you think it's makeable?
Look, I got to say, I'm really not liking their chances here, but you never know. Stranger things have happened.
And there's no movement on the leaderboard after that hole. Time to take a look at what this par 4 might be in order. This player's got some lovely momentum coming off a birdie at the last. Time for the second shot at the 11th. Woo, back there, horsey. Whew. Gee, you don't see that very often. Superb shot. Good shot there, Beamer. And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard. Well, that's a bit disappointing. In she goes. Let's head to the next. Still in the lead now after that hole. Now teeing off on the 12th hole. Wow, what a shot. That was special.
And as good as they putt, you almost have to guarantee this one.
Be nice to see this one go down. Let's see if they make it. Okay, steady now. That was a top-level approach shot, but unfortunately they walk off the green with a par. Let's see what happens here on the 13th hole, shall we? And after a par at the last, chance to maybe take a step in the right direction here. That was a little untidy, wasn't it? Henny, how bad is this lie?
It's not on the fairway, but it's not bad. It's a good lie in the first cut. Oh, I didn't see this as possible. What a shot.
A wonderful shot. A chance for birdie here on the 13th.
Gotta like their chances from there.
Oh, so close. An opportunity to make their par. Let's take a look at the leaderboard now after that hole, and they're currently in first. Lydia Ko holds second. Yeah, this is a quality looking shot, this one. That should find the short stuff. And Henny, what are you seeing down there?
Setting up here from about 175 yards.
Nice shot that. That should find the surface. Oh my. You love watching people play the game when it's like this. It looks so easy.
It has been fantastic to watch all week long. This player is dialed in.
So no change on the leaderboard for this player after that hole. Teeing off here at the 15th hole. Looks like this one's heading safely for the fairway. Oh, I like that strike. This one's heading well towards the green. Oh my goodness! Really had that shot dialed in. Oh, stop it. What a shot. Good chance, this one. Right on 6 feet.
They're staring this down for eagle.
But what a performance. 8 birdies on the card.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row. He's feeling it.
It's time for a one-shotter. Oh, this one should find the surface. Good shot, this. Oh, well played. Into birdie range here at the 16th. Looks like a pretty straightforward 5-footer to me. Well, that'll play. And this is quality play, still on top of the leaderboard. And they'd be feeling buoyed with confidence after that birdie. Here's a good chance to maintain the momentum. Oh, well struck. This drive's heading for the fairway in my eyes. From about 200 yards out. Opting for the hybrid, I think. Handy effort, that one.
What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
Setting up this putt 25 feet from the cup.
Ooh, right by the hole. No, that's too bad. Just 4 feet remaining between him and the hole. That's a good putt for par. You'll take it.
And after that fine display, they are holding first spot on the leaderboard, with Lydia Ko trailing in second place.
That's a good-looking shot there. From around 170 yards here. That's a pretty handy shot. Oh! That thing was like a tracer bullet. Right down the pipe. Gets that one to go down, and that'll end the day's work.
J'ai tout le dos encourdi, hein.
Through 54 holes, this wonderful golf continues.
En tout cas, je pensais pas que j'aurais joué quasiment 3 heures là-dessus. Hein.
Hasn't it? It's been a pleasure to watch. It's got to be a little strange, though, having such a massive lead because there's only one way to go, and that's down. Let's see how they handle the pressure on the final
C'est sûr
round.
que je l'ai pas mis au niveau
On
le
behalf
plus
of Rich
difficile. Là.
Beam and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, I'm Luke
Parce que
Elvey.
ça fait
Thanks
longtemps
for
que j'ai pas
joining
joué au
us.
golf.
See
Là.
you next time.
Parce que la dernière fois que j'ai joué à ça, je pense que c'était quand on était sur les drettes. Là. Tiger Woods, je pense qu'on jouait. Oh, comment? Ben, Chris, comment tu veux qu'on voit pas qu'on s'en rend compte? Chris, on la sentait tout le temps, nous autres. Je sais même pas comment on fait pour sauvegarder. Je pense que ça sauvegarde tout seul. Alright, guys. Me, I'm gonna go to bed. Tomorrow it's Saturday. I don't think so. I'm gonna stream tomorrow, so I'm not sure 100%. So if I do, it's gonna be at 6 o'clock. So you guys keep an eye. If I don't, so I'll see you guys on Monday. Between Monday between 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock. In between that, my stream is gonna start. So you guys be safe, man. One love. Later.